Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Bell. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Go! At their own 18-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run. Devontae Freeman. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Exit, exit. Deuce. 51's the mic, boy. 51. Space. Be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 51. Watch QB drop.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Jets' 29-yard line.
Ready. 25. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Darnold. Stepping up, Darnold, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, box truck.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run it with Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan going to throw right side here, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
57 Mike 57.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. You ain't going nowhere. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Hey, express. Border. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, this one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Tuesday. Let him go.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Wood.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Got it. 280. 51. Hey, 59. Got it. Check. Hey, check. Check hot. Go. 51 to Mike. Get up.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
51.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
Ready, Blue 80. 925. I'm coming after you. Ready, set.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
They toss to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The first down run with Bell as he'll get about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready, 25, 51, so. Rip left.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Undercrush. Got it. 51.
Now it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Crowder now to return. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
39. Five. 51, Mike 51. I want that.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. Let him go.
To throw again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check three. Hey, quick glance. Mike 51. Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Ryan. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. 51 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
Let's go. Let's do it.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
20.
From the 38, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Ryan, quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Freeman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, I 7. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Atlanta. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold, caught here by Bell. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Darnold on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Deion Jones able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Crowder. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Bell. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw, Darnold. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Herndon's got it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season, the future bright. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Darnold completes to Bell. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch twitch.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Time. 51 to Mike. Back it.
He's back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down, New York.
Yo, son. 27, Mike 27. Hey, keep it up.
Darnold from the red zone now. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One to get yourself in position for the second one.
It's caught inside the 25. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Check 15.
This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
A screen to Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, open man is Anderson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game. where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.